Hello, welcome to the Healthy Alternatives podcast. I am DocChristine Sauer with DocChristine.com. Today's show is a recording of my radio show of the same name. Enjoy! Good afternoon, this is Dr. Christine Sauer, your host of the show Healthy Alternatives. Thanks for tuning in today. In this show, I will talk, sometimes with guests, about all aspects of health and wellness. We will discuss what the current scientific standard is and what other alternative ways are available to help improve your quality of life and health. My mission is to change people's lives for the better by informing them about the different options to stay and get healthy and well and have some fun on the way. Now, you may be wondering who I am. I'm a German physician, naturopath, nutritionist, and a certified health coach. I was born and raised in Ulm in the southwestern part of Germany, and you might have already guessed it because I have a German accent. And I'd like to tell you a funny story that my dear mother used to tell me. I was a precocious child, and at age 4 I knew that I wanted to be a healer and help people. So I practiced on my dolls and especially my beloved teddy bear. This bear made a broom noise when I turned it over. I just couldn't stand the thought of not knowing where this noise came from. So I cut this poor bear's belly open and discovered the innards, mostly sawdust, but also the prized noisemaker. My mom was obviously upset about the destruction, and she made me sew the bear's belly back together. So that's how I started my career in healthcare. As I grew older, I turned to books and read everything about health I could get my hands on, all the books in my parents' and the city's library. I especially liked the big health lexicon, which I read from cover to cover several times. I especially liked the transparent pages showing slices of the human body. Now, you might have guessed that this was before the time of computer, internet, cell phones, or CAT scans or MRI scans. Now, as a teenager, I experimented with making plant extracts from plants around our home, and I tried acupuncture on myself with steel pins sterilized over a candle flame. I definitely do not recommend you to try this. Now, after finishing school, I married a budding family doctor and had 2 sons. After a few years of stay-at-home mom, I finished medical school in Germany and did residencies in dermatology, family medicine, allergology, phlebology, which is just a fancy name for leg vein diseases, and I also became a naturopath. In Germany, this is not a contradiction. It can be combined to a certain extent. And I would like to play a song for you that meant a lot to me after I came to Canada, and after that I'll explain how that happened.
When you ask how I've been here without you, I like to say I've been fine. And I do. But we both know the truth is hard to come by. And if I told the truth, that's not quite true. Some days a diamond, some days a stone. Sometimes the hard times won't leave me alone. Sometimes the cold wind blows a chill in my bones. Some days a diamond, some days a stone. face that I see in my mirror. More and more is a stranger to me. More and more I can see there's a danger in becoming what I never thought I'd be. Some days a diamond, some days a stone, sometimes a hard time won't leave me alone. Sometimes a cold wind blows a chill in my bones. Some days a diamond, some days a stone. Some days a diamond, some days a stone. Sometimes a hard times won't leave me alone. But sometimes a cold wind blows a chill in my bones. Some days a diamond, some days a stone. Some days a diamond, some days a stone. Sometimes a hard time won't leave me alone.
So this song really meant a lot to me because it is so true. Some days are diamond, some days are stone. So far my life in Germany was all diamonds, but now it turned to stone. I probably would be still practicing in Germany, but after a few years of running my successful practice and working 16 to 18-hour days, disaster struck. My back gave out, two discs slipped, and I spent 4 weeks in a hospital learning to walk again. I slowly got better, but ended up with chronic pain, and the inability of running my practice and working my dream left me very depressed. After the break, I'll continue with a little bit of my story and the way up to how I am now happy and successful. Thank you. Hello, this is Dr. Christine Sauer again with Healthy Alternatives Part 2. We just were talking about that I got sick in Germany and could not work anymore, had to sell my practice and was very depressed. And on top of all that, my then husband decided to commit suicide. So I was left sick, unable to work, with 2 teenage sons and immigration papers to Canada. This had been the idea of my late husband, to keep our sons from having to serve in the German military and giving them a chance for an international education. So for their sake and a new start, I immigrated to Halifax 20 years ago, 1997. This turned out to be the best decision of my life. But at the time, I was so deep in a dark tunnel that I couldn't see a way out. Feeling lonely, isolated, and unable to cope, I was suicidal. Now, we can say about the Canadian and Nova Scotian health system what we want, but it was very good to me. I got the help I needed, and I will talk about my experiences with it in later episodes in more details. But please, if you're in a similar situation right now and are thinking of suicide, reach out for help. Call 811-911, call a friend, your doctor, or go straight to the next emergency room. The sun started to shine again for me, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel, but when we are in the middle of it, we can't see and need help. And I listened a lot, very much, to John Denver songs. I found them very comforting. One of my favorites was Sunshine on My Shoulders, and I want to play it today for you.
Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a day that I could give you, I'd give to you a day just like today. If I had a song that I could sing for you, sing a song to make you feel this way. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a tale that I could tell you, I'd tell a tale sure to make you smile. If I had a wish that I could wish for you, I'd make a wish for sunshine all the while. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. Sunshine almost all the time makes takes me high. Sunshine almost always.
There I am back, and the sun started to shine again. I got better, and I get often asked why I didn't get licensed as a physician in Canada. And the reason is that it is very difficult for foreign doctors to get licensed here, which you will know. And I was told I needed another residency. And since there's no part-time residency and I could not physically and mentally work more than a couple of hours a day, I missed the window to get licensed here. So I decided instead to take courses, and I took a course online at the Mount St. Vincent in business administration. Excellent course, but it's not my passion. So then I asked myself, what do I do? And I didn't understand the Canadian tax system, so I enrolled in courses with H&R Block and worked for them for 2 years. But money is not my passion. So I decided to become a health coach, because health and helping people, that is my passion. In the meantime, I was very fortunate, and I believe in synchronicity, and the way I met my now husband is more than miraculous. And we are together now for 19 happy years, and he stuck with me through thin and thick. I always did what I knew best: study, research, try out different ways to get better. In the end, it took me over 10 to 15 years and a combination of conventional, naturopathic and alternative healthcare, as well as changes in nutrition and lifestyle changes to get me back to health. And now I feel good, I am happy, and my hobbies are cooking. Obviously, I like to cook mostly healthy. My husband doesn't like to eat all healthy all the time, which is okay. We live in a real world. My hobbies are gardening. We have a large vegetable garden, which is really fun to see the vegetables grow and eat the tomatoes right off the vine. And we are fortunate to be allowed in Middle Sackville to have backyard chickens, which provide us with fresh pastured eggs. And we raise meat birds also that are now in our freezer. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I'll be happy to tell you what I learned about nutrition and share with guests more about the basics. In this show, we'll be talking about all aspects of healthcare, and I intend to start with basic nutrition. What are the different food groups? What are proteins? What are carbs? What are fats? Why are some fats better than others? And I will be talking with guests about those different aspects and different opinions sometimes about nutrition, how we came in North America to think that Wonder Bread and Cheese Whiz is food, and we can eat it and still stay healthy. That is unbelievable when you think about it. And I will be talking about the history of food, about how people were living millions and 10,000s of years ago, and what the human body really is meant to eat, meant to be, and how we can get even nowadays, at least to a certain extent, back to where we were and where we can be and the best we will be. And this brings me to the end of today's show. Next time we'll talk about the basics of nutrition, and the history of nutrition and the history of the SAD diet, of the Standard American Diet, and SAD is the acronym. Please don't hesitate to contact me with any questions, thoughts, or suggestions. My email here is Christine, CHRISTINE, @communityradio.ca. And I am always grateful for any feedback. Thanks for listening today to Healthy Alternatives. Tune in next Thursday at 12 for the next show. I'm your host, Dr. Christine Sauer. Goodbye, and I hope to talk to you next Thursday. Bye-bye.